Hey everybody! Happy Motivational Monday! I like to try to wait for people to get on, but I get impatient. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So, I wanted to talk about the comparison game. If you've been watching the last few weeks, I've talked about really understanding who has the right to make decisions for your life, and I've talked about just taking action. So this week, I wanted to talk about something that I've struggled with, and I know a lot of us struggle with on a daily basis, and it's comparing ourselves. Comparing ourselves with everything. Everything you do, you probably do it a certain way because you're comparing yourself to other people. But you need to realize something, and I'm going to just remind you of other things that I've talked about. When you're comparing yourself to somebody, you need to remind yourself who actually knows your life, who lives your life, who pays your bills, who should be actually making the decisions for where your life is going. And you also need to keep in mind that you need to keep moving forward towards your goals, right? That's what we've touched on before. So when you're comparing yourself, you are sitting there thinking they have everything I don't have. They have this and that and this and that, and I have all of these things. I don't have the things that they have. You are absolutely right. You might not be making the weight loss gains that they are. You may not be making the friends that they are. You may not be making the money that they are. But you might also not have the issues that they have. Okay? With more money comes more responsibility, right? When you're on a weight loss journey, that comes with its own struggles. When you're earning more money, it comes with its own struggles. When you're making friends, it comes with its own struggles. Whatever your goals are, they come with struggles, and we know that. So a perfect example is, I'm going to tap into my mommies here and daddies. If you have a child, you know that each age is so wonderful and exciting, but it's also awful in its own ways. So, for example, Hannah is trying to stand now, and that's so exciting, but then it's also scary because I'm like, oh my gosh, she can reach everything. I have baby proof the whole house, and everywhere we go, she wants to stand, and some floors are disgusting, and it makes me crazy. And so it's not actually bad. I understand that, but you see what I mean. That age has its own little quirks, and so then you might see someone with an older child, maybe like a 10-year-old. Let's go way older, a 10-year-old. I have a 10-month-old. Maybe I'll see someone with a 10-year-old and think, oh man, they can sit, they can occupy themselves at least for a little while. My child can't occupy herself. I have to occupy her. Why can their child occupy themselves? They are so lucky until that child runs out of patience, right? And then they're not so much occupying themselves, and they're a cuckoo crazy child, just like your cuckoo crazy child. Or they might have different issues that you aren't even aware of. So we need to stop. Sorry, I get distracted easily with my hair. We need to stop comparing ourselves because you don't know what you are wishing for when you do that. Do you honestly want to give up every facet of your life to make it mirror someone else's instead of yours? Do you honestly want that? Do you want to lose everything you've ever worked for in your life so that yours look exactly like theirs? So that you take that person's history, you take all the crap that they've dealt with their whole life, you take all of the bad with those few good things that you see? Because you know better than anybody the struggles you've gone through, even if they haven't been horrible according to society. You know the effect it has had on you your entire life and the effect that it might continue to have for the rest of your life. You know that. So you know that everyone has those things. You don't want someone else's life. You don't. You don't know what it comes with. It may seem so perfect. It may seem so perfect the way they're living their lives. I don't care who they is for you. Anybody in the whole world. Celebrities, your neighbors, your best friend, your cousin, your mom. It doesn't matter. It may seem so perfect, but they have things that they are dealing with too. Okay? So you need to stop comparing. Stop looking left and right and wondering, I should be living like this. I want that life, and I want that house, and I want that paycheck, and I want that child, and I want that husband. Stop doing that, because the way they got that paycheck was living their entire life up until the moment they got that paycheck. The way they got that child was living their entire life up until they had that child. They did not just have that paycheck one day. That's not how it works. They lived their entire life, the good and the bad, to get there, to push them, to build them up to that point. And you're doing the same thing. That's what you need to realize. You can have and be and do anything. I say it every week, but you need to understand what that means. You can have and be and do anything. That does not mean everybody else. It does not mean constantly comparing yourself to what everyone else has or doesn't have. You need to focus on yourself, because you are so worthy. We put ourselves down all of the time when we're comparing, and that is ridiculous, because you are just as worthy of something as anyone else. So you need to work on putting on your blinders and just looking forward. Stay in your own lane, right? We've all heard that. We've probably said it to people. Stay in your own lane. Say it to yourself every once in a while. Look in the mirror. Stay in your own lane. It is not my business how they are living their lives. It is not my business how that person's living their life. I don't want all of their crap. I want my life. Okay? I know how to handle my life. I've been doing it for my whole entire life. If I was just dumped someone else's life on top of mine, I would probably lose it. So I'm going to not compare myself to those people over there and those people over there and that person in that house and that person with that paycheck and that person with those friends and that person with that child or whatever, that person with that spouse, that person with that education. I'm not going to do that anymore. We're not doing that anymore, all right? My challenge for you is to just put your blinders on. What are your goals? What do you want everything you've worked for and worked through up until now to lead to? Do you honestly want to think about your entire life, at all the stuff you've worked through, all the good things you've had and all the bad, and then erase it so you can have someone else's life? No. That is all of your effort gone, and you don't know what you're wishing for. So you need to understand that this comparison game is not going to happen anymore. I was going to say it's not healthy, but it's just not happening anymore. I'm speaking it into existence for you. All right? You are going to think of your goals. And I want you to think of something big and exciting, so that every day when you wake up, that's all you're thinking about. And when you start to think, oh, I see her car over there. No. No. I have my own goals. Stop. And you're like, oh man, that paycheck. No. Nope. Nope. Oh, well, their child's well behaved. Stop. Stop it. Stop. You are not living their life. You do not want to live their life. Just say, good for you, boo-boo, and move on. Okay? You want to live your own life. You have put the work in. You might as well enjoy it, right? All right, so that's my challenge for you. This week, you are going to put on your blinders and just pick one goal. And you're going to focus on it no matter what comes, externally or internally. Meaning, if someone is saying things to you and being nasty, or if you're looking out of your lane into someone else's business, you're going to stop, you're going to put your blinders back on and just go for it. No more distractions. Because you'll be amazed how quickly you'll reach your goal, and then that person you're comparing yourself to will be like, oh, I want what they have. I want their life. Okay? So that's my challenge for you. You are going to pick a goal. If you need to post it in the comments to hold yourself accountable, if you need to message me and I'll hold you accountable, whatever you need to do, you're going to pick a goal and you're going to make it very clear for yourself. So clear that nothing can pull you away from it. You will know why you're going for that goal, how you're going for that goal, when you're going for that goal, and you're going to do it. And then when all those other things creep in, those thoughts and those nasty words or comments or whatever, you're just going to block them out with your blinders and keep going forward in your own lane, bro. Who has said that? I say that all the time. Stay in your lane. mind your business. All right, so anyway, sorry. So hopefully that was helpful, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you've tuned in 3 times. I've done 3 in a row now. Took a break and now I'm back. So hopefully you've been here 3 times in a row. If you have not, go ahead and go to my page and look back and watch those, because hopefully they'll help you as much as it's hopefully helping me. What I've been trying to do, if you don't know, is I take what I'm struggling with each week and I really focus on it and how I can help someone else through it. And it tends to help me as well, of course, but I want to help you because, again, you can have and be and do anything, but it does take help. We need help, and that's okay. So I'm hoping that these will push you a little bit in the right direction and give you that advice or that shove that you've been waiting for. All right, if this was helpful, drop something in the comments. Let me know that I'm doing this for a reason and people are paying attention. If there's something that you need help pushing through with your goals, I don't care what those goals are, you can message me. You can put it in the comments. Maybe we can make a video about it in the future to help you through that, or we can just have a private conversation. Whatever. I'm here to help you guys. You can also check out my YouTube channel. I'm going to be putting these up on YouTube so that you don't have to scroll through an entire Facebook page to find them, okay? Anyway, this week, you're picking a goal, you're being very clear about it, and you're staying in your lane. You're staying dead focused on it so that you can reach your goals and live your amazing life. The good, the bad, the ugly, the amazing, whatever. You're living your experience. You don't know what the other people's experience is. All right, thank you for giving me part of your Monday. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you next week.